Hey there, everybody. Listen to the birds. There's a total train wreck. We have been out playing in the river all day long. 7-year-old for the first time and got to jump off of, I don't know, it was probably about 18 or 20 feet, something like that. But we were jumping. Well, I wasn't jumping because anybody who knows me knows that I don't jump. I guess I jump out of planes, but I don't do rocks into rivers. I did that once in Mexico this year, last year, whenever that was. And yeah, and I'm just like, whew, I don't want to break a limb. That's the reality. Funny. Less hesitant jumping out of an airplane than jumping off of a 20 or 30 foot rock into a river, but I don't know what it is. I have an issue with it. But my 7-year-old son today, we went down here. We're up here in the Ozarks, and started the Ozarks in Arkansas, and it's just at the border, at the state border there. What is that, Missouri above us or whatever? And we went down to this little creek and everything today, river, and we went, and like there's fish in the river, and there's all this. It's like, this is beautiful. I gotta post pictures later. I have so many pictures on my phone. I have to upload them, but we went down there and we were just playing in the river and swimming, and then there was this great big rock, and my 7-year-old, he was hey April, hey Addison, he decided that he was going to be a big boy, and the teenagers and the adults. So I did not do it. I just, like I said, I don't do that stuff. I don't know. I might do it. We're talking about everybody's laying down for a nap right now. The little ones are. And I was just like, I'm gonna go live stream. I'm gonna write an article if I have time for it. Some people are shopping, some people are sleeping, all that good stuff. And we're gonna go back and we're gonna do, like some more. There's this one area that's maybe 6 minutes from where our cabin is at. And it is just water like you would find in Costa Rica. It's so beautiful. I want to go take pictures there. I don't have any pictures yet. The water is full of sulfur, so it is turquoise. And anybody who knows how I love turquoise, well, this is it. This is like turquoise water and just waterfalls and everything. So I'm looking forward to going over there. But this area that we were at earlier today and just playing around for quite a few hours was really, really quite amazing. So yeah, so that was my day. And then here I am, I'm sitting here and I'm like, what is my topic of the day? I can tell you about Mother Nature. I can tell you about law of attraction. I was reading fellow coaches' articles and posts and different friends, different stuff about, world, blah, blah, blah. And I talked a little bit yesterday on all of the chaos of our world, and that law of attraction doesn't give a shit what us human beings are doing down here. And I hold to that statement. Law of attraction doesn't give a shit as to what us human beings are doing. So we're going to talk about something a little bit more fun, something a little bit more exciting than our world chaos and drama and trauma of, children being abducted for God knows what, and COVID, and limited funds, cash becoming obsolete, not even our, part of our society anymore. Can you imagine? Like, what are we going to do when there is no more dollar bill? That's right around the corner, I have a feeling. I really think that is going to probably hit before 2022. I bet you we are a cashless society for the most part. And then, yeah, and what else do we have? We got COVID, we got cashless society stuff, we got sex trafficking and child abduction with Wayfair and Epstein and Hanks and all this different stuff. We've got talk of the Clintons people off still. We've got Obama getting wrapped up in it. We've got, is Trump good? Is Trump bad? What is this? All that going on. And then what else do we have? Oh, we've got still rioting. Not really. Isn't that weird? We don't have a lot of rioting. That was like a little, isn't it? I think that we should have more talking about rights and people's rights. No matter what color our skin is, we're all losing our rights. But maybe I'm just a conspiracy theory person. Maybe I'm just stupid. Yeah, that's what it is. Stupid. Making a mountain out of a molehill. No. Welcome to of communism is what I was thinking. I was just telling my my lover, right before I walked out here, I said, I'm going to start reading on Russia because I want to know, what did the people who managed to rise above communism do? What did the average and ordinary people who actually rose above everything do? That's what I'm going to start to actually research. I think I'm going to read some biographies and stuff on the who's who that actually came and rose above it, because even in the midst of some of the most shut down parts of our world, there has always been those few, not the masses, but the few, to overcome even the most controlled government systems. So I don't aim to ever be controlled, that's for sure. And sadly enough, I believe that this is a world issue, not just a United States issue. I see the writing on the wall for our world. Can you imagine a communist world? Look at it. Look at the shit that's going down all around the world. And I know that I've been told, really? Do you think that it's like, oh, this mass thing where like the whole world is going this direction? Like, that's crazy. That would take a lot of, people getting together. I'm like, it doesn't really take that many people to get together, because there are 6, 7 major elite families in the world that run everything. We already know this. Our history already preaches it. And here we are, and we think that those families don't get together and have dinner together. Maybe they do it on Epstein Island. Little favors. Who knows? But that's a whole nother topic, right? That's not what I'm talking about today. No. Sexual guilt is a turnoff. It seems so light of a in the midst of what's going on in our world. I actually kind of feel bad for bringing up sexual guilt issues in relationship in the midst of all the shit that our world is in. I was like, is this even important? Is it truly important? Yeah, it is. It's really, really important, because here's the reality. How do these two things go together? The shit that our world is in and sexual guilt in relationships. I have some beautiful clients that I absolutely love. So as this bus backs over you, beep, 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 know that I love you. Oh, beautiful clients of mine, friends, people that I know and that I love. Just know that I speak because I want you to be happy, healthy, connected, and enjoying even the most intimate parts of your life. So here we go. Sexual guilt is a turnoff. What the fuck am I talking about when I say sexual guilt? Sexual guilt. Well, sexual guilt is the thing that we tend to do to each other when one person is not getting some and the other person isn't interested in giving some, and the person that's not getting some thinks that it's owed to them, thinks that their partner should happily hand it over and let them have this aspect of life just put out for them, even though that person's not into it, even though that person might be tired, even though that person may not be turned on, even though that person may just not be in it for whatever that person's reason is. The other person's going, but I had a bad day, but I didn't get that promotion, but it's been stressful with this. I'm feeling kind of down. I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. And that we expect our partner to just give to us something, even though they're not a fuck yes to it. So, any of you who have followed me any kind of time know that I am an advocate of being a fuck yes or a fuck no. And if you're not a fuck yes to it, then you sure as fuck shouldn't do it. And yeah, I'm using the fuck word a lot because we're talking about fucking. And it's fucked up that somebody thinks that it's ever owed. That it's ever owed to them. All right, sex is not something that is owed to any one of us. Sexual pleasure is not owed to us by any other human being on this planet. If you think that sexual pleasure is owed to you, maybe you should go to Epstein Island. I hear they have lots of, young girls and boys there for you to do as you so choose with, that, you can pay for. Fucking nasty, isn't it? Like, that's just, as a mother, I read some shit earlier today, and I am just so actually disgusted and mad about this particular topic. It is just one of those that I go, yeah, I want to go like burn down a village, as I say, like born in the fire dragon, and I could take out a village over this topic, because I'm just like, that is so wrong. So wrong. But the reality is that we do this in our relationship to our partners, is that we basically try to buy our partner in some fashion. We try to buy their sex. We try to buy them giving us something. We try to buy them, and I mean sexual favors. We have this expectation around sex, and we all have it, whether it is an expectation of not being asked for it or an expectation that our partner should give it to us. Either way, we have an expectation around sex. And our sex can really suck in this department if we have around it. If we're not willing to do the work on ourselves, if we're not willing to make sure that we are pleasured, that we know ourselves, or we know our pleasure, we can speak our authentic fuck yes or fuck no, then what we're doing is we're setting the relationship up for complete and utter, what does it mean if a bee lands on you? Anybody want to look that one up for me? Yeah, spiritual meaning of bee landing on you. You guys see this? There's a bee right here. I must be sweet or something. I don't know. I think it's a good sign. He just landed on my finger that's holding up my phone. So I was like, what does that mean? So yeah, I mean, when we have these expectations in our sex, what we're doing is we're setting our relationships up for failure, because what we're doing is we're telling our partners that their needs, their don't mean anything to us, that we want to use them, that they should be excited that we want to use them, that they should be okay. Their physical body for our pleasure, without their desire being in alignment to us, without their hunger to be there, without them actually being a fuck yes to it. So they should be okay with us raping. They should be okay with us raping them. I'm sorry. That is, hold on, Addison. Shoot, girl, I can't read it all. Bees are usually a sign of good fortune and happiness. That is why one of the usual meanings of a bee landing on you is that it is a sign of good luck and fortune awaiting you soon. Oh, like I said, I said it was a good sign. Bees are always a good sign. We need more bees in the world. I've always thought maybe I should become a beekeeper or something. Like, I love bees. I love bees. I love snakes. I love nature. My son-in-law, he's like, I've seen animals and creatures, and I've never seen them. I mean, my daughter's like, yeah, just hang around mom and you'll get introduced to all of this nature stuff. And it's true. Like, I have a beautiful relationship with Mother Nature. Like, I have had so many run-ins with animals that people are so scared of, and I'm not scared of them. It's definitely the way I grew up. Hey, April, last time a bee landed on my hand, I threw my phone and broke it. Not great luck. Well, April, now you know, if a bee lands on you, even during a live stream, that it means good fortune and abundance. So we like bees. We love bees. Now back to the drama of sexual guilt. Okay, so yeah, so back to that, the lower vibe topic, which I'm trying to increase vibration for you guys on, is that we believe that our partners should just be okay with us having these expectations, and they should just give it to us. I have one couple, and the female party, she messaged me recently, and she was telling me how her husband gets into this absolute ferocious mood if she says no. He doesn't beat her. He doesn't scream at her. He doesn't break stuff always. He has been known to throw furniture when she says no. But he's not throwing as much furniture anymore. We have been working on this for a little over a year now, and from what I hear, he's not throwing furniture as much. But he just acts like a spoiled, rotten little kid when he gets told no. And he's just like, but what if I've had a tough day? And he's like, I think that what her recent thing to me was, he told her, he's like, well, if I just got diagnosed with cancer, or if I just lost my job, you should want to give me sex because you know that it will make me feel good. So you should want to give me sex because it makes me feel good, even if you're still fuck no to it. If I've had a bad day, then it is your responsibility as my partner to make me feel better by spreading your legs and let me do what I want. I'm not rendered speechless. I'm hardly ever rendered speechless. I don't what I would tell my guy if that was the case. I have this running theme with my guy. I was like, if we ever break up, you'll know because I'll pull into McDonald's parking lots because I don't eat that shit. So if you ever catch me pulling into a McDonald's parking lot with you, it means hasta la vista, man. I'm done. And it's probably what would happen. I mean, like, I need a Big Mac. I need a Big Mac in this moment. And you would just know. You would know that he pushed too far. Because that's just bullshit. It's absolute, total bullshit that that she's being told this. It's so disrespectful, so unloving, makes everything so conditional, so wrong, and is basically just saying that your body is for my use, and I don't care if it emotionally would be happy to give it to me. I'm fuck up. And if you know who you are, we're working to make it through it. But here's the thing. I use their, it's so common. How about another bee? That was the second bee. That scared the crap out of me for a half a second too. Like landed right here on this fingertip. I'm sitting here on this chair. You see this chair? It's this old chair. Look at this chair. You guys gotta see this chair. I know. I'm totally all over the place. Random. This is what happens. Look at this chair. I love this chair. Just like I love that chair. I love these chairs because, oh here, let me show you my side. Do you guys hear the, oh no, lost the feed. Do you hear this? All the birds. Hopefully April got the feedback. No, I do. I love this chair because it reminds me of childhood stuff, but good childhood stuff. The reality that I want to paint the picture of here is that this is a very common thread in our sex. This is one of those things that a lot of people, and sadly enough, it's a lot of women. There are women that do guilt, shame their partners, but for the most part, it is guys throwing tantrums over not getting some. And I, for one, believe that sex should be a part of your relationship. That is a vital nutrient in your relationship. I believe that, if you're what I refer to as ABC sex, anniversary, birthday, and Christmas sex, and that's all the sex you're having, that you probably need to check yourself because that's not healthy. Sex really is the blood of a relationship. It's the glue. It holds things together. It really does, keep connection and intimacy there. But it is one of those things that if it's shit, if it's unwanted sex, then it's doing a lot of damage, and that is not good. One of those people that is pushing for sex when your partner's legitimately not wanting it, instead of pushing for sex and going, you should do this because you with me, basically raping you, and thinking and making the statements. I've heard this statement, it won't take very long. I've also heard the statement of, what's the big deal? It's just a little sex. What's the big deal? You need to give this to me. F-Y fucking Y on this one. Sex is not just physical. It is emotional. It is mental. It is so much more than just a physical act. If it was just a physical act, I can tell you what, and for most of you guys out there, most women would prefer to wash their hands, do the laundry, do the dishes, because if it's just physical, then we're really not getting a whole lot out of it the majority of the time, because the majority of men don't know their head from their other head. They can't get anything right. They don't know. They're all little boys in bed. A lot of men are little boys in bed. And if you want your woman to want it, if you want your woman to want you, then you need to stop being a fucking little boy in bed. That includes having the attitude and the tantrum over not getting it. That means grow the fuck up enough to take the responsibility to realize that there's a reason why she's not wanting it. And chances are it's because she doesn't trust you. Chances are it's because she's built up such a callous and bitterness towards you, and she just doesn't know how to ask for what she wants because you've disregarded her requests so many times that she's exhausted for telling you what you're not listening to. And she's done letting you use and abuse her. She's shut it down, and her boundaries on the only thing that she can hold boundaries on, which is saying no. It's sad that we think that it is just physical. It's sad that we think that it's owed to us, because it's never, ever, no matter what the situation is. That's the reality. If you really need it that much, if you really need that quick release that much, then don't use your partner for the quick release. That's the shower, your hand, a vibrator, or something other than the person that you proclaim that you unconditionally love. Say is your best friend, the person that you say you would give your life for, please you, because you're destroying that person. These expectations to be okay with you raping them. You destroy this person, and when you throw tantrums and you act like a little kid about things because you're not getting your way, and that another party isn't doing it like that, okay? That is called spoiled. That is called disrespectful. That is called unloving. That is called self-centered. Not above selfish, because it's a selfish thing, okay? If we are a yes to something, and we're knowing ourselves enough to say yes. If we say no to something and we mean it, then we are knowing ourselves enough to know and mean it. That is a selfish act. To be self-centered is the statement of you should just be willing to do this because I need it. And I don't care how this makes you feel or what the repercussions that you're going to deal with are about. And God forbid, don't give me any slack over it, because this is your duty. This is my right. Those kids on Epstein Island, is it their duty? Is it the elitist right to do what they're doing? Is it? No. No. And it is not the wife. It is not the husband's duty to demand or to turn their bodies to their partners. It is most certainly not the right of somebody to take anything of that nature of another person. Just like it's not the right of any of us to take freedom away from another person, or to take the right to make a choice away from another person. That is the most unhuman thing that we can ever do. And there is absolutely no compassion, no love, no care in any of those acts. So if you think of yourself as a good Christian, if you think of yourself as a spiritually sound person, if you think of yourself as a wise, educated soul, if you think of yourself as an open-minded, loving person who believes in doing what is right, maybe you're a philanthropist, kind of like Gates. Do you know that Gates has been kicked out of numerous countries for the shit that he has stirred up on killing people literally causing like polio countries and causing numerous people to be able to no longer bear children. Research on Gates. And yes, I might have turned into what my beliefs are, but oh well, it's my fucking live stream and I can do what I want. So, yeah, we shouldn't be able to do it in our house. If we really truly love somebody, we shouldn't do it to them. If we find ourselves compassionate people, then we shouldn't do this to other people, whether they are sleeping in bed with us or on the other side of the fucking world. We should not be doing this to other people. If there is something that we need as individuals, then we look no further than ourselves. If we want to do something with another person, whether that is sex, have dinner, take a walk, do business, rent a property, what have you, be open to the other person's authentic answer. And we need to be okay with whatever that answer is. That is the mature thing to do. That is the loving thing to do. That is the spiritually sound thing to do, the Christian thing to do, the whatever fucking label you want to give yourself. That is the right. Yeah. Our times are really, really interesting. I'd say that they're fucked up, but part of me kind of has hope. I do. I have hope because number one, I believe that is a law of attraction world. And I believe that no matter what, we get to attract what we focus on. And if we focus on our freedom, on our joy, on our beauty, on doing what is right, then that's what's going to be coming back to us. If we focus on the fear, if we focus on believing that our world is fucked up right now, then we're going to contribute to the fucked upness. We're going to contribute to all this crap that we see going on. And I do think that veils are coming down and that people are, starting to wake up. And that's exactly what we need. We need that critical mass. I have said for the last 25 years of my life, what's the number to make the shift? How many people have to wake up to make the shift? Maybe, just maybe, we are coming upon that number. Maybe we are waking up. Maybe this world is going to rise above and ascend into its new consciousness. And I'm not talking about people flying off the planet and, turning into ethereal beings and all that good stuff, whatever. I'm not talking about aliens coming down if they exist or not. What I am talking about is an awakening, up of society's consciousness, of really becoming more human and focusing in on that connectedness of what human means. So, on that note, Addison Bell and I have some beautiful workshops that are not as political as the last few live streams that I've done. I promise not really to keep my beliefs out of everything. I sound like a politician now, don't I? I promise. I promise to to tell you exactly what you want to hear. Whatever. No, I don't. I do not promise to tell you exactly what you want to hear. I promise to tell you exactly what is on my chest, in my heart, in my mind, on my soul, and what I feel needs to be said. That's what I promise. And that's the only fucking thing that I promise. There you go. Outside that, check out the events. Addison and I have some beautiful events for the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Click on the events tab in the comment section if you would like to join in on any of those. We do have the opportunity for people who are around the world to join in on a couple of the events because this is really, really cool. Here's the beauty of COVID for Addison and I. We are adding extra ways to do workshops. Oh, yeah, you go with the flow, you get creative. And so we've got a whole bunch of beautiful, beautiful workshops coming up. Anywhere from men's workshops to, orgasm classes, sex magic, oral pleasures, learning about quantum field energy, and of course pujas and a whole bunch of other great stuff. So click on that link, join those classes now. The in-person classes are small. So just know that there's a limited number and they are pretty much sold out. So make sure that you definitely go explore those. If you take an online live stream version of it, of course, it's, we don't have to worry about COVID standards. I don't worry about COVID standards either. Not really. So Let me see. Anything else? Elevator music so I can think. Yeah, no, I got nothing else. So come to a workshop. Thank you for sharing this if you have the heart to share it. Thank you for being, oh my gosh, there's like I have like bee central going on. You should see this. There's like another little bee right here. All right, maybe I'm sitting right by, I don't know what I'm sitting by. Anyways, there's this like, here's another bee. It's going to land on me. Oh, nope, it landed on my phone. Are you kidding me? It landed on my phone. 3 bees, 1 lime stream. What are the odds? I must have abundance, a lot of good shit coming my way. Yay, yay, yay. Go me. So yeah, I will catch you tomorrow with another live stream. I love you guys. Remember, stop existing, start living, stay aware, keep yourself aware, but know that your awareness does not mean that you have to fall prey to fear, that you can rise above it all. It is what you focus on with intent that truly manifests your world and the world for the rest of us. So be the light, be the change that you want to see in this world, as Gandhi said, and focus on that, because this world needs you. It needs your light, it needs your love, it needs your humanness, and you are worthy of just as much abundance as I'm getting. I hope lots of bees land on all of you, because it's a great sign. So yeah, bees for everybody. I proclaim it. God shall give it. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. I love you guys. I'll catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee. Remember, stop existing, start living. See you then.